Huh, was my head always a pickaxe? Pile of rocks, a cohesive whole. Part of the nothingness is missing here. They're all just floating around. Hey, don't reform! Hello everyone, and welcome back to Shadows Over Loathing. We were helping out the Leathers brothers to recreate a tongue for the Mute brother when their crime of accidentally killing the mailman caught up to them. Gator Man Detective. You're the Gator Man Detective, I presume? Presumption accurate. Accusing hunters, crimes grievous, butchering gator men, killing mailmen, despoiling land. Speak you, be accomplice, or be alligator. What I can say is I didn't kill that gator man mailman. Words careful, choice deliberate. But, believe you, found culprits, caged them. What will you do with those men? Mailman dead. Suspect hunters. Have trial. Find guilty. Consume them. You're going to eat them? Drink them. Could you let them go, maybe? Am unaccepting. Do justice. Liquefy them. Oh, right. I was thinking between episodes that the one thing I'm really missing of this whole swamp experience is getting to taste the water up close and personal, you know? So that's what we're gonna do. What happened here? I got snatched, didn't I? It's funny. I'm calmer than I thought I'd be. That mailman slaughter's been hanging on my conscience some. And I think I'd been expecting the claw of Johnny Law before too long. But Paul, he wasn't wrapped up in this. It's not fair that he should go down for it, too. Give Paul the voice of a gator man. Paul and John's eyes widen in anticipation as you pop the lid off the grimy jar. A wisp of breath escapes from the glass prison and wends its way through the bars of the cage, pausing in midair, then darting up Paul's nostrils. The gator man is far too baffled by this to react. Freshly animated, Paul's leather tongue sets to wagging. Enough of obscene murder and asymmetric service to animalistic desire. Each of you practices a violence that is worse than base. It is vicious, it is corrupt, it is wrong. I call an end to all aggression, and I call it now. At stake is the project of life itself. Paul, what are you saying? Then, Paul Leathers says 3 words so painfully profound, they reduce not just his brother, but his Gatorman captor to contrite tears. What? That's not important. Come on, tell me. Don't worry about it. Look, everyone's moving on already. Gushing genuine crocodile tears. The Gatorman detective, genuine crocodile tears, unlocks the cage and brings both brothers into an embrace. I want to know what they were. Paul, the hunting, the killing, all of it. I did it to bring back your voice. In finding me a tongue, you gave away your heart. No longer can I recognize our blood in the ocean of it you have spilled. I call you brother no more. Let's focus on the positives. Paul has a leather tongue. At Paul's urging, John tosses his knife into the swamp in repudiation of violence. The gator man is so moved he tosses in his magnifying glass in solidarity. Grab the items before they sink, but be casual about it. Don't even try to be casual about it. Without even looking, you hook both discarded weapons on the tip of your foot and flip them into your pocket. Deal 5 times your muscle in physical damage eventually? Sharpen thrice, cut once. What do you mean eventually? I am very curious. Magnifying glass. Detectives use these to investigate tiny crimes. Paul eloquently negotiates a resolution to the mailman murder. John will go with the Gatorman to face trial, but the death penalty will not be levied against him.
This can't be goodbye, brother. I don't wish it.
Know that if I see you again, it will be for the last time. I will use the last of my life to build a ladder to heaven of my own, so that I may protect the dinosaurs from men like you. Good stuff, everyone. Hello, Paul. It seems our paths are fated to cross. How are things between you and your brother? He may be my blood, but I will not call him brother. Our blood is undone by all that which he has spilled in the causes of violence and vengeances. When next we meet, it will be in that azure empyrean, upon the highest rungs of our respective ladders to heaven. So, not great then. What will you do now? I build a ladder to heaven, which as we speak grows rung by rung. When will that be done? I expect not for several weeks. Can still trade with them. Anything new? No. But I definitely have more duplicates that I need to get rid of. Probably it. Bit of fairy items. Is that it? Man, I have a lot of things shoved into my pockets. That appears to be it. Okay. An empty cage. You stare at it in silence for 4 minutes and 33 seconds and then decide to move on. Well, that's an oddly specific amount of time. Alright. Well, that's that. I guess finished. Kind of turned out weird, but what can you do? Let's go deal with some padlocks. Well, that's something you don't see every... Oh, it's the trap. I've done this one before. I'm able to rip myself out. Looks like this car was left to rot. Unfortunately, it hasn't yet rotted enough for you to get past the locked door. I don't like that I can use the cursed key on so many things. You unlock the car, destroying the hanger in the process. You search the car. It's empty except for the glove box, which turns out to actually be a key box. The key inside is not the key to this car, and if you have a sense of humor like mine, you'll agree that this is a real shame. That would have been funny. Must have been pretty humid inside that glove box. It is tarnished, apparently. Pop the lock off and the door unlatches with an ominous creak. Ah, yes, because we need 11 padlocks. What a strange thing to collect. Well, that's one. This tree has a hole in it. Conveniently, the hole is slightly larger than your hand. Honestly, for what is ostensibly a horror game, we've had far too few opportunities for you to stick your hand in the suspicious dark hole. You slowly reach inside the dark hole. It's damp and ominous, and then... Ah! You find a key. Sorry, that scream wasn't really justified. This key's returning to the earth whence it came, so I've got 2 keys now. It boggles the mind how unmoored you'd have to be to build a manor in this defenseless place, though you have to admire the resources they marshal to do so. I see. Front door of Dolphin Manor is unlocked. Apparently Mr. Dolphin's lock of padlocks was unrelated to basic home security. These cinder blocks are totally waterlogged. One of the blocks has a telltale glow of mana moss infestation. Drain the moss of its glowing juices. Glowing green goo. Perhaps one day the world will be ready for the secret of it. Old Dolphin never got sick of tires. Workbench covered with tools, all rusted past the point of usefulness, even as bludgeons. Some say that the most powerful tool is the padlock. It's really more the opposite of a tool, though, because it obstructs rather than facilitates what you're trying to do. Okay, I have a feeling there'll be a key for that later, and I don't want to use the cursed key unless I really have to. Fenceworth Dolphin died of natural causes. Goldilocks, causes, Beasley, Hortense, Mopey, Calpurnia. Watches, it's gonna be like natural causes as a disease. His couch faces the wall. Must have been the Dolphin family's punishment's couch. Dolphins used one toilet at a time, just like the rest of us. Doesn't work. Maybe something's wrong in the tank? Well, here's your problem. There's a key stuck to the float hinge valve. Float valve hinge flange. Key is wet with what you hope is just regular water. Yay! Medicine cabinet is securely locked. Maybe it's full of deadly poisons. Bathtub is full of steaming blood! Oh no, wait. The red is just light coming through a stained glass rose hanging in the bathroom window. Doesn't really explain why the water is still hot, though? That is a very valid question. Handful of clean water. Handful of dirty water. Another handful of dirty water. Okay. Come back to that room. The wet key opens this one. That's the second floor. Basement of the swamp house is predictably completely flooded. You'll need some kind of breathing apparatus if you want to go down there. Another spot that needs a breathing apparatus, so we'll have to get that somewhere. No padlocks on the dinner table. That's both a rule and an observation. A clean and well-lighted corner. Enough fine china to feed an army, if only you could get past the padlock. And if you were in command of the world's hoity-toityest military. It's one of those serving carts they use in posh hotels, and in posh manor houses, apparently, with a big silver platter covered with a dome-shaped lid. Just the right size to hide a severed head! Or a roast of some kind. It's key. Oh. You slowly reach out and grip the handle, then take a deep breath. Slowly, you lift the lid, tilting your head to peek underneath. Oh, it's empty. It's also the last radio we need. Turn to Rufus, yep. We also got some more cheese to bring to the mouse. We should do that just to clear it. It's a redoable. Yeah. 11 padlocks. We've got 2. We also need to find fences and pay them, but I do suspect those are in town. Unfortunately, breakfast has not been served. The humidity has turned most of these dry goods into stale goods. Almost nothing has escaped the moisture. Almost. A variety of chopped fruit floating in syrup. If modern technology has produced anything better than this, I don't want to hear about it, and I probably won't, because hearing aids haven't been invented yet, as far as I know. One of those old fridges that people sometimes got locked into accidentally and asphyxiated. Oh wait, that's still all fridges these days. Maybe that's why it's padlocked. Fridge is empty of both expired food and expired hide-and-seekers. You do find a key inexplicably frozen into a block of ice, though. Can't tell if this was done as a prank or by somebody trying to break the habit of fidgeting with their keys. The oven is full of gross, steamy swamp worms. Ugh. In Pepperidge Father's house, there are many drawers. Dire corn holder. A regular corn holder is a tiny vampire that drinks corn cob juice instead of blood. A dire one also drinks blood. Okay. Oh, yeah, I see. Junk mail, a battery. Oh, and one of the padlocks. Fun. Let's fish in the sink. A soggy dish rag. I don't know why I'll be able to sell that. A chunk of moldy onion. An old orange peel. Oh. The nice warm bath causes the ice to relax, and it drops the key with a grateful sigh. Rhino balm and gauze pad. Okay, that's another one down. Let's head up to the second floor. Some dirt in a planter where presumably a plant in a planter once stood. Nope. Padlocked. Okay. Toy box is disappointingly empty. Not even a BB gun or a creepy doll. Maybe the doll's hiding elsewhere. Nightstand is one empty drawer and one locked drawer. An eerie, ghostly sound is coming from inside of it. A comfortable-looking bed, free of bloodstains or vaguely person-shaped lumps under the blankets. Ooh, shiny. Someone must have traded in a key-shaped tooth. Wardrobes were very important in old houses like this that didn't have built-in closets to keep skeletons in. You relieve the furniture of its contents, none of which are skeletal, unless you count the coat hanger. A durable and thick pair of pants for honest and thick work. It's actually pretty decent. Shelf full of books about sports. The titles are all too boring for me to even tell you what they are. Nothing's hiding under the bed except dust. Okay, well, we got a key. There's a little jewelry box on the table. Contains to your non-surprise jewelry. Perfectly normal jewelry. Amethyst choker. Tightness of this necklace makes your neck muscles stand out even more when you grimace. Amethyst armband. This bejeweled armband improves blood flow by periodically squeezing your bicep. You get used to it after a while. Drumstick ring. With this, you'll always have an extra drumstick handy in case you accidentally toss one into the crowd trying to do a stupid twirl trick. Tricky Timpani also reduces its target stats by 1. That's not bad. Fancy nightstand's contents are disappointingly non-fancy. We'll take more of those, and one of those. You were hoping this key would be much fancier. This bed looks inviting, but nobody seems to have accepted this invitation for quite some time. The cedar chest is locked and easily big enough to hide a skeleton in, or even a whole body. It's a fancy vanity, which appeals to your pedestrian vanity. Radium rouge. Some leftover makeup. Convenient thing about products with radium in them is that they're easy to find in the darkness of the coffin they'll ultimately put you in. I see. Ooh, the attic. You assume that Dolphin was superstitious enough to not store any padlocks on the east side of his attic. That's how you get family curses, probably. Lots of boxes, but none of them say padlocks on them, and you're not motivated to search them otherwise. Who knows what grisly things you might find. This workbench is strewn with bits and gizmos and bits of gizmos. Amongst all that, you find what looks like a miniature radio carved from driftwood. A radio small enough to carry? Amazing. Maybe if you listen to it periodically, it'll warn you about any nearby monsters that are actually manifestations of your repressed traumas. Silent Hill. Maybe it'll give you the baseball scores. Build a better radio and the world will beat a path to your door. A better one than this one. You hold the radio up to your ear. A boy's voice asks,
Gee, Pop, where'd you get all that treasure? Is it a cursed pirate hoard stolen from the ruins of an ancient civilization?
Haha, no, son, nothing like that. Just sound investments in perfectly normal and moral financial markets. Okay. Oh, I'm just carrying the radio now.
Mom, a terrible ghoul stole the key to my nightstand. Now, dear, don't call your brother Ralphie a terrible ghoul. He probably hid the key in the potted plant in the hallway like he always does.
Okay, so they're here for hints. You dig around in the key, dirt, and find a key. So predictable, that Ralphie. Yes, they're there to give us hints about where keys and locks are.
Who stole my golden arm? Aw, come on, sis. Don't you know any other ghost stories? It's the only one you tell.
Creepy music box. This is a creepy music box, which is to say it's a music box. Yeah, that's fair. Deals your mysticality and spooky damage to all combatants once per fight. That's pretty decent. Okay. They're gonna give us repeats. Something in here. For goodness sake, Agnes, you're obsessed! Obsessed with taping things to the back of paintings. Just like your aunt, One-Eyed Calpurnia Dolphin. You'll probably die peacefully in your sleep, just like she did. How ominously threatening. Okay. No. I'm gonna go downstairs.
Remember, Ralphie, you mustn't ever open the door to strangers. Okay, Mom, because it might be a kidnapper or murderer, right? Oh, I'm sure that would never happen. But it might be a vacuum cleaner salesman, and we already have one.
Could this be One-Eyed Aunt Calpurnia? Considering the eye patch and the fact that the painting is labeled Calpurnia Dolphin? Classic Calpurnia. 7 days taped to the back of a brown painting makes one sticky.
Ralphie, why on earth do you keep flushing this fish zester down the commode? Have you been possessed by some otherworldly or demonic force?
No, Dad, I just thought it would be a funny place to hide it, comes the reply. This place keeps, like, making it seem like it's going to be spooky and then just subverting it. Oh, cool, I lost the bruises all over. Nice. This is a medicine cabinet and I splashed water on myself. There's gonna be a key over by that I bet. Yeah, nothing there still.
Please be careful around the kitchen knives, Rebecca. They're very sharp. I keep them that way because, counterintuitive though it may be, dull knives actually cause more accidents. Yes, Mother, I understand.
Okay, we've cleared out the kitchen. We don't need to go back there unless a hint tells us to. I might need to go back outside for some more stuff. In fact, let's go check out the garage. I might have the key that we needed to get in there.
Clarence, I'm so grateful that our family has never suffered from supernatural curses, serial murder, demonic corruption, or plague. I agree, dear. We certainly have been fortunate, and doubtless will remain so. Oh my, Clarence! Why are you lying on the floor under your workbench? Are you all right? Were you attacked by a burglar or an axe murderer?
Calm down, Agnes. I'm fine. I'm just practicing changing the oil in our car. I got a handsaw. Oh, jeez, is that blood all over the... Oh, no, it's just rust. Never mind.
tool chest contains 1 tool and 1 key, which I guess also counts as a tool, albeit an extremely specific one. So 2 tools then. If rest were poetry, this key would be an ode to age and neglect. Got some oil and another key. Teeth on this key are all wiggly and loose, just like the teeth of a child. Alright. Is there anything else on the first floor that we need to open? No, I don't think so. We got this room cleared. We do. No doll in sight. There's nothing in the attic. There's a veil in here. And beyond the veil, nothing. This will come in handy if you ever decide to save money by getting married at the city dump. Plus 1 moxie, plus 2 stench armor. So is that it? How many we got? There's 1 more padlock here somewhere. For sure there's nothing else in the attic. Can I go downstairs, please? Thank you. Okay. Back down to the first floor. Oh, I bet we need the breathing apparatus. A rusty key, yeah. Go down to the basement. Okay. So we're gonna have to put this one on standby. Okay. Well, hey, that's most of the progress done. Okay. Apparently this is something we could have had all along and missed. So let's go grab it now. Arm wrestle the gobbos. That. This is actually a real diving helmet. Good instincts. This old diving helmet still has enough air in it to last you as long as you'll remain interested in diving. Cool. Well, while we're here, let's go talk to Rufus. And drop off the cheese to the mouse. Kill the shadows for me, my beloved mosquito companion. Which is a phrase that hurts me to say. Do it again! Well, I got 2 almost dead. Leave this one alone, I can wipe him out in 1 shot. Nice, now do this one. What did I just say, my guy? Do this one. Ugh. Fine, weaken him. I can probably finish this off. Or not. Alright. If you do 1, 1, and 1... Yeah, then I can finish him off. So let's do 2 shots on him. You are disappointing me immensely. Alright, well, Gabby will hopefully finish it off. Thank you.
hello again.
Should do with these extra fisherman eggs. Thank you. Here's your receiver thingy. I hope it got enough clicks and bloops for you.
Thanks. I'll give you a ring when I finish doing the math.
Did you also give me a ring now?
Oh sure, I must have one around here somewhere.
Piano wire ring. Piano crush also causes 3 bleeding. Oh, that's pretty nice. A ring made of woven piano wire. It's like your finger is constantly being garroted by an assassin. I love it. Thanks, Rufus. Yeah, that's probably a next chapter. Also, I did a quick look at the Mobius ring, strip ring thing. How I need to get to a farm. That's in chapter 5. The rat sniffs the gator cheese and retches a little bit. He didn't even know rats had a gag reflex. He raises an eyebrow at you in protest, but eventually drags the cheese into his hole and emerges with a ring for you. Knife in the Dark deals an additional 10% of its target's max HP and damage. That's pretty good. This ring lets you sharpen things just by holding them. Thank you. Sorry, I didn't like it either. The rat squeaks as if to say no problem. There's only one other type of cheese in the game that we could give him, and we would have to be a cheese wizard to be able to summon it. So that is the end of that. We get to leave here? I think we are. Let's go to Crystal Dream really quick. I want to go to the mine. I'm gonna go... Is that a crack in the ground? No, okay. It's just a stick from a thing. Because now that we have a pickaxe... Nice. It's a weird cold rock. An old knapsack leans against a support beam thing. Antique blue jeans. Why do miners have such strong legs? Good genes. Miner's Journal. January 4th. Open a side passage into a new cave. A real big one. Lots of nice crystal outcroppings. Should be a real good haul. Also a bunch of big stone pillars. They look like the kind you get when a stalactite and a stalagmite touch and keep going. But those are most commonly limestone. And these don't look like any limestone I ever saw. Too bad. Pretty creepy. Perhaps I ought to chisel one open and see if there's anything good in the middle. Brought my chisels today, but I don't know what I was thinking. Dripstone columns don't have anything special in the middle of them. That doesn't make any sense. Gathered some of the regular crystals instead. You know, maybe tomorrow I will bust into one of those columns. Just to see, you know? Could be some really, really good and shiny treasures inside. Seems like it's calling to him. I am 100% certain there are no treasures inside these pillars. I don't even remember writing that last bit of yesterday's entry. And that is why I, Ezekiel Pixley, am definitely going to open up all of those pillars and claim their incredible treasures all for myself, first thing in the morning. Had my hammer and chisel all ready to go and gave one of those columns a great big kiss. It kind of made me stop and wonder what I was doing. Read back through this diary again and decided to blast a tunnel closed and skip town. Get as far from here as I can. Leaving the diary in case anyone else finds this mine. Don't dig out those back tunnels unless you want the shiniest, sexiest treasure you ever saw, or my name ain't Ezekiel Pixley. Which it is. It's completely me writing this. Go ahead and open the tunnels. It's fine. Okay, well that's not ominous at all. Wait, what the hell? Oh, it's frosty because it's cold. Okay. Cart full of mine tailings. Find a good amount of usable meat in the rubble. Familiar ring. Call for backup. Causes your familiar to act one extra time? Oh my god. One of the miners must have lost a ring here. It's even more powerful. Passage is blocked by boulders of all shapes and sizes. It's either a rubble storage room or a collapsed shaft. Huh. Was my head always a pickaxe? Pile of rocks. A cohesive whole. Part of the nothingness is missing here. They're all just floating around. Hey, don't reform. They all had to be smashed at once. Whatever is going on in here, this undulating rift of shadowy energy is certainly vital. You bang on the edges of the portal with the weird magic pliers until it closes itself out of sheer annoyance with your inability to use tools correctly. Shh, don't worry about it. Okay. Pick up and leave this place. Ha 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 ha. So where are these pillars? I would like to go further, please. Oh, I got the knapsack. Tool for lugging around your nuggets. Plus 30% to meat drops. Okay. So that was a thing. Okay. Worth doing. We're back to the Big Moist. Now, where else had the flooded thing? It was in the mob submarine, yeah. I don't think there were any others. Should have gone to the Dolphin House first. A portly man in a white linen suit. Oh. This is not new. Goodbye, Mr. Vampire, sir. Can't fish through the closed door, and it closes if you're not holding it. Keelding, can I go down? Oh! I see how this works. Torpedoes have been ruined by water. Somebody should have dammed them. This crate has been crusted shut by freshwater barnacles. Ironically, this is a crate of rust remover. The lock on this lockbox is rusted away, making it just a regular box. Pile of silver bars. I'm not sure if this is enough silver bars to count as a trove, but it's at least a heap. Alright, well that's cool. Worth it. I guess I can just leave, can't I? Yeah. Back to the Dolphin House. Sure. Cool. Ooh. I think that was a new thing I can actually add. Swamp Eel Hat. Grab lasagna. Yeah, it's got no hot armor. Somebody ate all the good parts of the swamp eel and just left the conveniently hat-band shaped skin. Oh, you only get one hat-band, period. I see. And this one was the physical armor, I believe. Dry goods have been forced by circumstance to no longer refer to themselves that way. The only container that didn't spring a leak, or rather get a leak sprung into it, was this can of Vicky Sauce. This creamy leek-and potato soup is meant to be served cold, because it's either Vicky or Vichy. Chefs are traditionally very lazy. These sadly ruined books all have titles like Solved Mysteries and Exciting Tales of Non-Violent Crime. A sunken chest. What terrible secrets might it contain? Ooh, it's a chest full of riches. Possibly cursed riches. Not that a possible curse is going to stop you from taking them, of course. Another pile of silver bars. Not bad. It seems to be a trend underwater. This box contains the exact right number of air to make it float like this. Nature really is glorious. No longer matters whether this machine is hooked up to the water supply or not. Somebody left a scarf in here. Ooh. If there was ever any evidence to the scarf being used to strangle someone to death, it's all been thoroughly washed away. It's the second wettest scarf you've ever owned. Well, that raises questions. Whatever these barrels used to be full of, they're full of water now. So wait, is there seriously not a padlock in here? This place is just for treasure? Well, that's rude. Can I take my hat off? Will I die? You don't want to drown, so you can't change your hat while you're underwater. I mean, I can just swim back up. Alright, so we are missing a padlock somewhere in this place. Something is locked that should not be locked. Oh! Well, there we go. You open the cabinet door and examine the stacks of fine bone china. Wait, bone china? Perhaps human bone china? Oh, no. The brand mark on the bottom is a pretty well-known company, so probably not. Anyway, you find a really fancy hat. It's entirely possible this is a gravy boat and that you're just using it upside down. But don't let that stop you. We're gonna have to visit the boardwalk soon. But alright, that should be all padlocks. Yeah. Now we can leave and go to the sunken boxcar. Oh, Gatorman ambush. Oh, hi, friendly hobo. How's it going? That's right, I also need to go back to the hobo camp. We sent at least one more hobo over there, and we're about to send a second, I believe. So yeah, we've got some business back in town whenever we inevitably go back. Also, I've been sitting on some XP for a while. I'm sure I've got enough to level up some more stuff. If you leave the one in the back alone, it goes immediately for the one in the back. Anyways, if you target the two other ones, I can murder the one in the back. Okay, just kind of do whatever. Hopefully Gabby and the hobo can help. Nice. And nice. Hey man, I got your padlocks. Hi, Pepperidge.
Hello again, Sir Cotsworth. What can I do for you?
I found your father's padlocks.
Thank you so much. You didn't run into my grandmother by any chance, did you?
What? No. Was she supposed to be there?
No, that would have been highly unusual if she had been, considering she died more than 30 years ago.
Then why ask?
Marvelous. Once I've reaccustomed myself to standing on level ground, I'll be on my way.
There's a big hobo camp near Ocean City that you might be interested in. I can give you directions.
Ah, excellent. I think I will head that way now. Perhaps I'll see you there?
Probably. Cool. Well, that was a thing. Now it's just largemouth bass and suns, which we can do next time. I don't think we need to... I'm pretty sure the fences are not here. So we'll have to go back to town for that. So let's just travel over here. This place looks interesting. Let's take a moment and look at our 1,041 unspent XP. Okay. Let's take a look at our books. I kind of don't like those crickets or whatever that sound is. Wow, I can just keep going. Sure, you know what? Why not? So now what's that at? 160% increase to Meatrox. Is that just infinite? I should be upping my my armor once more now. I think 160% is good enough. Either way, this is going to be where we leave it off for today. So thank you to everyone for joining me. I hope you had fun. If you want to see more content like this, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss a thing. And I will see you all next time for some more Shadows Over Loathing.